Okay, welcome. This is Abdul Aziz. I'm the CEO of Edu Intellect and also an executive coach. So this is one of the coaching program that we are actually offering in our organization, in our company to various organization. Okay, so this is the program overview. Okay, we are actually offering this program to companies, whether they are small or big companies, or in the private sector or in the public sector, government sectors. Actually, as another form of developing the managers and the senior management. Okay, right. I think it's a lot of organizations now are wondering or are looking of looking into another methods of actually developing their senior management, and sending them for courses actually will only give them knowledge on actually how to manage, how to become a leader, but the actual quality of leaders or quality of managers will not be able to derive from just attending courses. So a lot of studies have shown that organizations are now using coaching as a method of actually engaging more onto the senior management and senior managers and executives so that they can be developed into a better quality of leaders and managers. Okay, so this is actually an overview of the program. Basically, it's a means of, as an alternative means of developing leaders and managers in organization. Okay, right. So who is program for? Basically, these are meant for chief executives of company, chief operating officers of company, VPs of companies, general managers, senior managers, department heads. Okay, so these are all the people recommended for the program. So this is the objective of the program. Mainly, the program will enable to assist the executive to to go to a higher management position. Sometimes executives are not ready to go into higher management positions. So hopefully by engaging an executive coach, the executive will be better prepared to be in a higher management position. Okay. The next is leadership in meeting job expectation. This is quite true in bigger organizations where a manager is entrusted to take care of a number of people in the department or in the section. Sometimes managers are not able to exhibit leadership roles. They cannot. They are just apa, they are just making people to follow them, without giving empowerment on the people. So they do not have the leadership role. They just have controlling role. So nowadays, management by control is no more regarded as the best way to manage. So people has to be empowered to do things rather than to just follow instruction. Okay. Also, the program will address some problems that might occur in the current his or her current position as a senior executive. What are his problems that he's facing now? Okay, and especially an organization which requires succession planning, where higher management needs to move out to another company, or they might be leaving the company, or is a way to for the owner company to spend less time in the organization. So this is one way to enable the senior executive to handle the job requirement when that situation happens. Okay, also another way of motivating the executive. So through coaching, the executive will be able to to spend more time with somebody who will listen more attentively to his problems. So by having someone to do that, they will become motivated in their work. Okay. So this is the outcome of the program. One is actually is expected to perform better in the organization. So secondly, we hope that the executive will have a better ownership towards organization. He feel more sense of ownership in the organization, and then he should be able to deliver results in meeting the KPIs of the organization. Okay, and then he should be able to become a better leader, And then we hope that the program will enable him to manage changes in the organization, whatever changes that he will be facing. He should be able to manage it properly within him or in his organization. This is something quite important as a leader or higher management position, person in higher management position. He needs to have effective relationship with his subordinates. He needs to be in a good relationship, healthy relationship with his subordinates, with his peers. He should avoid any confrontation or sense of hatred among his subordinates or peers. So this is not going to be healthy for the organization. So coaching will normally be able to address these sort of problems. Also, by having a coach, the program should be able to enable him to set better goals and objectives of what he's supposed to deliver in the organization, and he will be able to monitor those objectives and goals of the organization. And also he will have the executive will be able to decide the various career options that he should be having, and whatever transition that he has to make in his personal life to meet the organization's goal. Okay, this is actually the outcome of the program. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. There is going to be one-on-one discussion with the executive. This is the method that we're going to do. It is going to be a one-on-one discussion with executive, and there will be a role play involved. Okay, in the one-on-one discussion, there will be a role play where the coach will be engaging the executive in certain role play. So there will be certain learning activities such as checklists, reports, that accountability reports that the executive has to be paid to give to the coach, and also they will be discussing about some case studies of different organizations, how they manage growth and performance. And also there's going to be a lot of self-evaluation where the coach will ask the executive to reflect on his experience before and after coaching, or during coaching. So there's going to be a lot of experience, a lot of self-evaluation, his thoughts, his negative thoughts, all whatever that is the problem that is facing, even personal problems that is facing. So all this will be done through the self-evaluation. Okay, so this is some of the contents that we are going to be discussing with the co-executive. So the first thing is actually we are going to be focusing on the goal setting of the person. So we want to understand his or her goals in the organization, and why he's having those goals in the organization. So the goals of the organization his goal has to be in line with the organization goal. So we do not want an executive in an organization to have a goal different from the organization. Basically, we do not want them to have more of a personal goal. Although personal goal is important, but his personal goal should be aligned to the goal of the organization. So these are actually some of the goal activities or focuses that we are going to be having in the goal setting. Now we're going to have him create a live vision, and also create a SMART goal, a goal which is very realistic and measurable, and even with a time frame. And we hope to create an accountability. We hope to create also action lists that the executive has to be prepared, and also them being accountable. Okay. Next, this is self-actualization. In this area, we want to focus on the elimination of limiting belief. So there may be some certain limiting belief that the executive may have in the organization. He may feel that he can do certain thing, or he can't do certain thing. He is good at certain thing, or he's bad on certain things. So we want to address these problems. This could be, we want to empower him. We want to tap into his inner strength, so that, for example, things that she's giving excuses not be able to do in the organization, we want to understand why he's not doing it, why he's not doing it, why he's not taking chances in the organization. So we want to identify all these issues within himself, okay. We want to eliminate any excuses or any buts in his current position. Okay, we want to eliminate that, and then we find out what are the keys to motivate him. So these are actually on the self-actualization area that we want to address. So another area that we want to address is actually we want to develop his growth mindset. We want to always enable him to think outside the box. What is actually growth mindset? Why he needs to be better, or why he needs his sections to be better than what they are now. Why he needs his subordinates to be better. Why he needs to be better. Why does his growth is important to organization. So these are things that we are going to be focusing on also during this program. And what are the actions that he has to take to achieve this growth. So we do not want him to be complacent at his current position, not wanting to grow beyond what he is having now. So we do not want that to happen. And behavioral style. So we will help him to take a personality inventory test, where we will be discovering his behavioral style. So we want to understand his weaknesses in his behavior, his current behavior. Is he decision making? Is he very people oriented? Okay. Is it very analytical? So these are some of the main behavior of an executive. So there are some problems, or rather some advantage or disadvantage of having too much of, for example, people relationship skill, or becoming too analytic in an organization. So we hope to identify this in this particular area when we undergo the coaching with a particular executive. Okay. So the duration of the coaching program, we expected to spend at least 4 sessions with each individual, and we are expecting to spend at least between 1 to 2 hours per session with each individual. So minimum 4 sessions. We are expecting to spend at least a minimum of 4 hours to a maximum of 8 hours with each individual. So the session can be done every fortnightly or monthly, depending on the schedule of the individual. Why fortnightly? Because there are going to be some exercise he has to do, the executive has to perform during the periods of between the coaching sessions. So we hope that the 2 weeks period between a session will enable him to deliver better in the exercise that we have prepared for them. So this executive program, we are going to be accommodating 2 individuals at one time. Okay, and total coaching we hope to be within 4 hours. So we hope that we'll be spending 4 hours at one go in the company, in the organization, and we hope to actually accommodate two executive during this period of time. Okay. So what's our fees? So this is our fees, a half day fees of 2,500 ringgit, which is the fees for 4 hours, and it's for 2 individuals. And this fees actually can be claimed under HRDF scheme. Okay, under SBL scheme, scheme bantuan latihan scheme of HRDF. So coaching and mentoring can be claimed under the scheme. So it's going to be a half day claim. So the claim will be 2,500. So it's under SBL scheme. It's under coaching and mentoring category, and it is under 1 and 1%. So this is actually the fees that we are proposing, and the fees actually can be claimed under HRDF scheme. So that's our presentation. So hopefully, if you have any questions, you can come back to us. Thank you very much.